Good morning, happy Monday. I'm gonna make a breakfast sandwich. So I'm gonna use one of these keto Thomas bagel thins. These were a substitution for just the regular bagel thins, so I'll let you know how I like them. So I'm gonna have one of those. I have 3 pieces of Canadian bacon. I have a slice of plastic Velveeta cheese. And then I cooked my egg, and I have 1 egg in here. This is a full egg, not egg white. You can't really see the egg part. But I put this in the microwave for 60 seconds. I added on a 1/2 teaspoon of this crunchy chili onion on top, put it in the microwave, cooked it up. So I'm gonna go and put my breakfast sandwich together. And then I'm also getting my coffee made. So I'm gonna use one of the pumpkin spice premier protein, some stoked cold brew, and some salted caramel skinny sauce. Alrighty, so here is our little bagel sandwich. I'll probably heat it up before I eat it, but I'm gonna put it in a bag, take it to work, and have it when I get to work. But it looks amazing. Good morning. Sorry it's been a little rushed this morning. I am running a little bit late. Have my coffee ready to go. It is raining so hard out there. It rained yesterday all day. Supposed to rain today and like part of tomorrow. So fall is definitely on its way here. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, got my coffee, got my breakfast sandwich, my water, and we are heading out the door. Oh, I'm also gonna take a Built Bar. I think I'm gonna take, which one am I gonna take? I think we'll take the coconut puff today. Is what we will have. Now I'm on my way out the door. For lunch today, I'm gonna do egg roll in a bowl. I did meal prep this so you can see it in my meal prep video. I am super excited to have this. I am really hungry for lunch today for some reason. I wanted to give a little update on the keto bagel thins. I really liked them. They are kind of spendy. This time they were a substitution, so I did not have to pay the regular price. However, I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not going to eat all those in 1 week because you guys know, like I've talked about this before, any kind of low carb breads, if I eat too many in one day or too many throughout the week, then they really start to upset my stomach. But what's weird is the Catalina Crunch cereal, which is also high fiber, it does not affect my stomach. So it must just be the difference in the fiber that's being used in them. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go for that. I mean, they're lower carb, lower calorie. They taste just the same. I can throw them in the freezer, take out what I need as I wanna use them. I think that's what I do. But that kind of did change up my dinner for tonight because I had that low carb bread for breakfast. I don't want to do the spicy, like kind of copycat McChicken sandwiches for dinner tonight because I'm using a low carb bun for those. So I'm going to move that to tomorrow. So tonight I'm going to make pork chops for dinner. So I have some mesquite smoked pork chops that I'm going to make for dinner with some green beans, salad, and I think I may add some mashed potatoes to that because I am making mashed potatoes for my husband to go along with his. So I might as well just have some of those as well. So that is the plan. But that breakfast sandwich didn't really keep me very full. Which is weird because when I have the Catalina Crunch, which has a lot of fiber, it keeps me super full. But this did not keep me very full at all. So I think that's just the difference between, I think also may not have been as high protein as when I do a yogurt bowl in the morning, because I do the Catalina Crunch and the non-fat Greek yogurt. So I think the combination of those is a little bit higher protein possibly than just the breakfast sandwich. I don't know. I haven't looked at my tracker. I did track it, but I haven't looked at it. So anyhow, we are going to head to work. So I'll see you at dinner time and I'll show you what my plate ends up looking like. For dinner tonight, I'm having mesquite smoked pork chops, some Caesar salad, green beans, and then I do have just 1/3 cup of mashed potatoes. Good morning, happy Tuesday. For my coffee this morning, we're doing the Atkins chai protein shake. I'm adding some stoked cold brew, also added in some of the skinny syrups, the salted caramel sauce, and the pumpkin caramel. And that'll be my coffee. Then for breakfast today, we're gonna do a yogurt bowl. So I have some frozen fruit, a serving of the Catalina Crunch fruity cereal, and then a Chobani mixed berry 0 sugar yogurt. So that'll be my breakfast. And then for snacks today, I'm bringing a pumpkin spice 0 sugar yogurt and a Built Puff raspberry chocolate. And then I have my supplements that I'll take later on today. For lunch today, I'm having the orange chicken that I meal prepped. This also has some fried cauliflower rice. Check out my meal prep video to see how I made this. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make some copycat spicy McChicken sandwiches. So you need a pound of ground turkey. You need about 3/4 cup of some sort of crumbs. I love the cornflake crumbs. Now, if you don't have the sriracha seasoning, you can use cayenne pepper, or you can leave it out if you don't want it spicy. So up to you. Other than that, you want to use some dry mustard, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and an egg. I will have the full recipe written out down below in the description box with all the measurements. But the sriracha seasoning, if you can get your hands on it, it is really good. It does add a nice spice to this. But again, if you don't want it spicy, just leave out the cayenne pepper or the sriracha sauce. So we're simply just going to put your ground meat in here with the egg, and then again all the spices. Now I used about 1 teaspoon each of the spices, except for the sriracha. I just kind of sprinkle it in. I couldn't get the top off of that. I planned on just doing 1/2 teaspoon of that seasoning. If you're just using cayenne pepper on its own, I would only suggest to do like 1/4 teaspoon. Also adding in some salt and pepper. Just realized that's the only pepper I have left in my cabinet. I need to get some pepper this weekend. And then, like I said, 1 teaspoon each of the spices. So smoked paprika is my favorite, as you guys know. So highly recommend that, but any paprika will do. And then again, just 1 teaspoon each of the onion powder, garlic powder, and then the dry mustard. I know it looks like a lot of spices, but you know how ground chicken can be a little bland. So it just really adds a lot of flavor getting all those spices in there. Speaking of spices, we are also going to make sure we spice up our breading. So I'll show you that here in a second. So here's the breadcrumbs. Again, I used 3/4 cup. And then I'm just going to sprinkle on some of the sriracha. Again, if you don't have the sriracha seasoning from Trader Joe's, grab the cayenne pepper and just add a little bit of cayenne pepper and a little bit of paprika to your flakes. And then that way it has a little more spice to it. Now I'm going to weigh out my entire batch here of my mixture. Divide that by 3. Now this comes out to a lot of calories and a lot of points per thing because I only did 3 servings, but you can do 4. But I'll tell you, it was very filling with splitting it by 3. It was a nice size sandwich, and I believe the sandwich itself was only 7 points. The whole dinner came to 11, but I believe the sandwich itself was only 7 points, which is far less than, of course, what you're going to get at McDonald's. But you also, if you use the 98% fat-free ground chicken, then it's going to be less points because that chicken does not have points. So next time I make this, I may do that and just also see if it's still just as flavorful, because the 98% fat-free ground chicken can be a little bit hard to work with sometimes because it doesn't have any fat, obviously. So I weighed out all my measurement. I weighed out all my little patties because I wanted to make sure they were accurate as possible. So then I'm just kind of making them into patties and then going to dip them into the breadcrumb or the cornflake crumbs. Now this is, I don't know, this chicken just did not stay together very well, but I made it work. It just took a lot. So just be patient with it because it just really started falling apart really well. Maybe I needed to work the meat a little bit more, but for those of you more, familiar with how to do this type of thing, you may know exactly what I did wrong. But I just kind of just patted it, and then it ended up just being it was just out of control. So I turned the camera off so I could kind of, work with it a little bit. And I finally got myself some good patties. So anyway, just kind of work with it. You see it kind of comes apart a little bit, but it all came together at the end. It really did. But you can see these are huge patties. So again, if you want to only do 4, then it'll bring down the calories and bring down the points. But honestly, for my entire dinner, and that was including the salad I had, with it only being 11 points, where if you just go get the sandwich, the spicy McChicken sandwich with the bun at McDonald's, it's 17 points. So the fact that my sandwich and the bun only came, maybe that's what only came to 7 points total, the sandwich and the bun, because I used a 1-point bun, and then it was 4 points, I believe, for my salad. So 7 points versus 17, definitely, it's definitely a lot better deal. But I finally just kind of had to get a rhythm here. But this also made me realize that these probably needed to chill a little bit before just throwing them in the air fryer, because they kind of just fell apart. They're starting to fall apart a little bit. And maybe if I did smaller patties, that wouldn't have happened this way, I think. You can see I have a lot of breadcrumbs left over. How do you guys do that? When you have something with breadcrumbs, how do you measure those out? I just left them in my tracker 3/4 of a cup, but maybe I should have subtracted them. I don't know. So I had the advantage of making this during my lunchtime, and so I went and just put these into the refrigerator, but I do think you need to allow for cooling time. So put them in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Mine were in there for 4. So I'm getting ready now to put them in the air fryer. Those are going to go in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 15 minutes, and I did not have to flip mine. So that's how I did mine. And then I'm going to use these keto buns and some light mayo, and these came out perfection, y'all. And I'm also going to have this dill pickle salad on the side. Perfection. Look at these patties. They came out so good. So 400 degrees, 15 minutes. You don't have to flip them. Came out perfect. And here's what my plate looked like with my bun. Now I did, kind of go over the side of the bun, but that's okay. I put a tablespoon of light mayo, have the dill pickle salad. You saw the points and calories on the screen. Here's my points and calories and totals for the entire day. This was a fantastic recipe, you guys. Highly recommend it. I will definitely be making it again. But like I said, everything will be down in the description box, so check that out. Thank you guys, as always, for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.